Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Myles Garrett coming in for the stop. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Tight end going in motion here. 2nd and 8. Buys time, rolling right. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. First time this game they've looked to him. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Penix here from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
And he stopped after running it up across the 45. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. From the shotgun, Penix. This ball's cut by Bowers. Escapes a defender. They can't stop him. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's a Vegas first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Moving the ball very well out of the gate here. It's set up now at the 26. On first down, here's Penix. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. Jordan Hicks takes it away. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. Caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
On first down, they'll run. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. Here's Jerome Ford for the first time this game. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with third down and 5.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Third and short, it's Watson. He throws a bullet deep to the right. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. Touchdown, Cleveland! The Browns parlay the interception into points. David Njoku, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. This one's going to be a return from deep in the end zone. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. There's a give up the middle. He spins right by him. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheel.
Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Penix now. Won't make the play on that one. It hits the deck, incomplete. Jordan Addison, the intended target. So it's second down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Penix working from the gun. That one's taken in by the rookie out of USC. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior. 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. Escapes the pocket. Hits his running back. And they're going to bring him down at the 36.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Let's go.
Simple dive up the middle. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Lone man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Here we go. Go.
They go play action. Here's Penix. Fires right away, but incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Here's Penix. He'll get this to Samuel. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
That's taken in by Samuel. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Here's a handoff up the gut. And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
3rd down run from White. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Another run is stopped short, just 2 on that pickup, and now it's 4th and 1. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Cleveland. It's the Raiders with it on 4th and 1. Trying for it with Penix. He finds him beyond the marker. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. They come through with 6 yards there, Brock, and they're rewarded with a new set of downs. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. To the air with Penix. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Jordan hits, takes it away. And the Browns take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football is the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
Man in motion here. Here's Watson, 1st and 10. They get it right back. That's intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. You want to know how strong the coverage was there? Man, they even had that underneath throw locked down, Brock, and he took it the other way.
It's really, really hard to find a better rep than that one in coverage. You're so spot on. Covered it down the field. Usually a gimme to the running back. The only thing was a gimme 6.
Carlson adds the extra point. And the Raiders tie this game 7-7. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Set. Hey, alert, alert! 54's down, he's coming.
Watson back to the air after that pick. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now they face 2nd down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Brought to the ground by Cameron Bynum. Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Brings it in at the 12. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. New series coming up following the punt. And it'll be their football. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. Penix now on 1st down. Taking a shot deep down the field. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Grant Delpit in to pick it off.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
We'll see how they choose to use these final 22 seconds, Brock, of our first half.
Hey, 59! Hey, 55! Hey, alert!
Watson on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long.
Where's that? Hey, 31! 59! 59!
Another try following the sack. He's going to push one deep down the right. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Reset! Anthony Ford! Adam, go!
Working from the gun, Watson. He's trying another one deep. And that's incomplete. There's 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps.
The defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Who knows when the deciding moment will come. We're underway in the second half of a deadlocked game. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it from the gun. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Play action, here's Penix. Grabbed by Jordan Addison. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Ooh, this is going to be a false start on the offense here. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Play action on first down. The Browns close in and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. Into the hands of Samuel, complete. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11.
Let's go.
Penix here from the gun. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
It's no good. He needed more leg, and he sent it too far right. And the score remains knotted, 7-all.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. From the gun, Watson. Dumped off to his running back. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot, 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Reset. 24.
Out of the gun, here's Watson. Connection made to Judy. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. We get a pause here. They call for a stoppage as we see Jerry Judy injured on the play. Worrying sight given his history, but hopefully it's nothing major. And it's a nickel look by the Raiders. 3rd down coming up.
Reset. Alert. At 31. Down and go.
Watson. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
Reset.
Handoff now from the gun. Has a big hole left. And he's finally taken down at the 3. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
Hey, 59.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
54. 24.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. And he has the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns grab the lead on their 1st series of the half. David Njoku, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. PAT is up and good from Hopkins. And the Browns break that tie and now lead by 7. Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Starting from the 5. And look at this return.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Award that tackle to Michael Hall. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Raiders football, and they'll get to work, coming into the quarter trailing. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Penix now. Searches. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
My goodness, was that some kind of speed off the edge. There's only a handful of tackles in this league that have the lateral movement to stay in front of an end like that. It may be time for this quarterback to start mixing up his cadence, his count, certainly making sure this defensive end can't get off the way that he has.
And the Browns add an extra defensive back out there. Nickel package, 3rd down. Penix working from the gun. He completes it in traffic. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Desperation time here on 4th. And they pick him off again. Denzel Ward makes the play. And the Browns get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. The 4th down call ends in a defensive highlight as he picks up the throw and gets his guys off the field.
You know, one way or another, it looked like they were going to get off the field that time, but it's so much sweeter as a defense to run off that field holding the ball. So many defensive coaches in this league preach it. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Not only the energy you create on your side, but that little seed of doubt you put in the quarterback's mind the next time he goes out to throw it.
1st and 10. Here's Watson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So that brings up 2nd down. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through this 2nd half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered. That's why that scoreboard's not been lit up. You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw, almost an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
Here he is on 3rd and long. They did it! He made the interception! Picked off by Divine Diablo. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for him.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
First down, ball at the 36. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. From the shotgun, Penix hits him on the out route. And they take him down right along the 30.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them can throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
Samuel comes in motion left. Penix on third down. He has the first over the middle. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Okay, ready?
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's first and 10.
Here we go, strike. Ready, go. Let's go.
Working inside the red zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
Looking for the back that time. And things look tougher now with third and long.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, then completions follow.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Putting a receiver in motion. Looking to throw. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a fourth down.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And that brings things a little closer here late.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the three, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Set. Down and go.
Lone back gets the handoff. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield.
Set. After the nine. Down and go.
They give it to him again. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Browns holding a 4-point lead. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Reset.
Back to the well again. Only a couple yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7.
Reset.
Back to throw. Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted. Trayvon Merrick has it. And the Raiders have some new life in the 4th.
This is a time that the communication upstairs from the booth, Kate, down to the field, it starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field, because right now, with the 3rd interception, man, he is killing his team.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he drives this forward until they bring him down at the 38-yard line. Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Looking to throw it. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He's got it to his running back. There he goes on the right side. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Raiders have taken the lead late. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders push their lead to 3. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Reset.
He'll look to throw it. Catch is made down the right sideline. They got 24 yards on the play. And that gives the Browns a 1st.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Setting up to pass. A throw right side, caught by Njoku. And this one does not go far.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Here he is to throw. Try and push it deep downfield. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Trayvon Merrick has it. And the Raiders make the play that should win them this game. Oh, man, Brock, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Raiders.
So it's a road win for the Raiders in this one. And they're able to run this winning streak to 3 as they have really caught fire recently.
Make it bounce. Make it bounce. Make it bounce. Make it bounce. All right now. Hold up, what you saying? Look up, you ain't hitting no more. Fix up with a bang. Got drip when they hit that door. You did it on me. Baby, it's the bees. Shall we go up down? You go bounce with me. Make it bounce. Make it bounce. Make it bounce. Make it bounce. You need to bounce that, switch that flow, straight back, on them feet, bounce that, get down low, bounce right, yes indeed. About to telling me something, maybe I need to figure out how the hell are we cutting. I got a deed to the house, and the less of the if you tryna do something, you gotta lead with the bounce.